असङ्गोऽहम् असङ्गोऽहम् पुनः पुनः सच्चिदानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः नित्यशुद्धविमुक्तोऽहम् निराकारोऽहमव्ययः भूमानन्दस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः नित्योऽहम् निरवद्योऽहम् निराकारोऽहमच्युतः परमानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः शुद्धचैतन्यरूपोऽहम् आत्मा रामोऽहमेव च अखण्डानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः प्रत्यक्षचैतन्यरूपोऽहम् शान्तोऽहम् प्रकृतेः परः शाश्वतानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः तत्त्वातीतपरात्माहम् मध्यातीतः परशिवः मायातीतपरञ्ज्योतिः अहमेवाहमव्ययः नानारूपव्यतीतोऽहम् चिदाकारोऽहमच्युतः सुखरूपस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः माया तत्कार्यदेहादि मम नास्त्येव सर्वदा स्वप्रकाशैकरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः गुणत्रयव्यतीतोऽहम् ब्रह्मादीनां च साक्ष्यहम् अनन्तानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः अन्तर्ज्योतिस्वरूपोऽहम् कूटस्थः सर्वभूस्म्यहम् सर्वसाक्षिस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः द्वन्द्वादिसाक्षिरूपोऽहम् अचलोऽहम् सनातनः सर्वसाक्षि स्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः प्रज्ञानघन एवाहम् विज्ञानघन एव च अकर्ताहम् अभोक्ताहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः निराधारस्वरूपोऽहम् सर्वाधारोऽहमेव च आप्तकामस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः तापत्रयविनिर्मुक्तः देहत्रयविलक्षणः अवस्थात्रयसाक्ष्यस्मि अहमेवाहमव्ययः दृग्दृश्यौ द्वौ पदार्थौ स्तः परस्परविलक्षणौ दृग्ब्रह्मदृश्यं मायेति सर्ववेदान्तडिण्डिमः अहं साक्षीति यो विद्यात् विविच्यैवं पुनः पुनः स एव मुक्तः स विद्वान् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः घटकुड्यादिकं सर्वं मृत्तिकामात्रमेव च तद्वद्ब्रह्म जगत्सर्वम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या जीवो ब्रह्मैव नापरः अनेन वेद्यं सच्छास्त्रम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः अन्तर्ज्योति बहिर्ज्योतिः प्रत्यग्ज्योतिः परात्परः ज्योतिज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योतिशिवोऽस्म्यहम् ज्योतिज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योतिशिव
Hari Om. Good evening. A very warm welcome to all of you. Please come. Let's pray together and invoke the blessings of the Almighty. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutam gamaya sahana sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryankaravavahai tejasvina vadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. O Lord the Almighty, the Omniscient, the Omnipotent, the Omnipresent, who also has the divine names as Sahasramshu, to such a Supreme Almighty, together with Shraddha, Bhakti and Prapatti, we offer our humblemost salutations. To seek His grace, His love, His mercy, His kindness, His affection, His benevolence, His forgiveness. O Lord, bless us with the divine qualities like Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana, Prapatti and Mumukshutvam in a much more enhanced proportion. And this is only and only to understand Thy true nature. Experience that oneness right within myself. This experience of Aparoksha Anubhuti can only happen with Thy grace. How much ever I may strive to move ahead on this path of Jnana, but that ultimate culmination of one's realization can happen with Ishvara Krupa, Guru Krupa and Your Krupa. Our humble salutations to the Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. Today, with the grace of the Almighty and the Blessings of the Guru Parampara. We are on our Divine Discourse number 445 on the 7th of October 2025. Swasti Shri Vishwavasunama Samvatsara Dakshinayana Sharadrutu Ashvayujamasa Shukla Paksha Bhomavasare Paurnamyatito Revati Nakshatra Dhruvanama Yoge Balavakarane. On this auspicious day of Tuesday and the auspicious time of the evening, let's all once again, with a strong conviction, reaffirm our oath, our pledge. Naham karta, hari karta, hari preranaya, hari prityartha. The entire universe is with only one strength, that one supreme consciousness appearing as the many. May thy grace be showered on me to be established in this supreme truth and experience this supreme truth. Our humble salutations once again to the Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. Good evening, everybody. A very warm welcome to all of you. Okay. We are on our Aparoksha Anubhuthi Discourse number 33 today. So, after Bhagavan Shankaracharya, he, in various ways, he tries to explain to us how Jiva has considered the Atman to be the body. So now his main motive and object is to take us to the state and say that there is something higher than the body. We have understood that so far. But don't forget that there is only one reality. This is only to elevate ourselves, start from the falsity and move towards a reality. So by this logic, he slowly moves ahead and then finally says that yes, this is the true self, which is the Atman. Having said this, now he tells us that one thing which we are all afraid of, okay, now from the Jiva Bhava, that is being the body, the mind, the conglomerate of all the sense organs. But Prarabdha is something which the Shastras openly tell us that whatever be the situation, you will have to go through the Prarabdha karma. And that doesn't seem like something which is false or something which you cannot accept in life. No. We have seen so many sages, the so-called Mahatmas, who undergo lot of pain by way of illness and so many acute problems with respect to their health, and we see them suffering. One of the most classic examples is about Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He was inflicted with throat cancer. Imagine, throat cancer is something where you cannot even swallow your own saliva. And imagine how one would be able to take food. So in this way, when we have seen this, so then we understand, okay, even though he is a Mahatma, then he cannot be out of the jaws or the clutches of the Prarabdha karma. Okay. Now here, Bhagavan Shankaracharya, he completely defies it. He negates this statement. He says, you are talking of that Prarabdha karma affecting a realized soul. You know, why it is said so? Now he is coming to an argument over here. He is trying to say, after a person has moved from the Deha Bhava to the Atma Bhava, what his situation is. And why does he say that it does not apply to a realized soul? And also then why do the Vedas say in that case? Why you are saying here, I understand, but why do the Vedas declare on those lines? So that point is clarified over here. So we'll take up now from verse 91. In verse 90, what we understood was clearly the Shruti, the Upanishads, what they are saying, that Prarabdha karma will impact any jiva for that matter, realized, unrealized. Okay, and then from 91 onwards his arguments take over. So we'll study the arguments today. And this is something which is a kind of a trophy he is giving. If you are able to reach to this state, he is trying to say, whatever may be in your Prarabdha karma in terms of suffering, that is not going to affect you. So anybody would want that? Why should I suffer now? So how does that happen? And we'll understand the logic over here. Come. So we'll read the invocatory verse and then we read 91 and move ahead. Shri Harim Paramanandam Upadeshtaramishwaram Vyapakam Sarvalokana Karanam Tam Namamyaham. Now verse number 91. Tattvajnanodayaturdhvam prarabdham naiva vidyate dehadinam asatyatvat yatha swapno vibodhataha. If we have to read what is written over here, after the origination of the knowledge of reality, meaning once a person is realized, Prarabdha verily ceases to exist. It is no more there. Inasmuch as the body and the like become non-existent. Yes, just like your body and your whole jiva becomes non-existence. And here he gives a metaphor, just like as a dream does not exist on waking. No? So he's talking to the point over here. Let's get this straight. Okay. Now, as we saw, I'll break up this shloka and then I'll take away the slide, so that you're able to see the shloka and how I'm breaking these the words. Tattvajnanodayat. After the rise of knowledge of reality, Tattvajnana Udayat or Tattvajnanodayat. Urdhvam, meaning thereafter. Prarabdham, the so-called Prarabdha karma. Naiva vidyate means na eva vidyate, does not exist at all. Second line, Deha Adinam, Deha Adinam Asatyatvat, Dehadinam Asatyatvat. Dehadinam means of the bodies, Asatyatvat, being unreal, Yatha, just as, Swapnaha, a dream, Prabodhataha, Prabodhataha. What does this mean now? Just as a dream, upon waking up, it loses its meaning. So the literal sense is, after the rise of true knowledge, Prarabdha truly does not exist. See, here is hitting, which is going against the Vedas, the Upanishads, because verse 90, he refuted the idea. Prarabdha, he says that is not there, whereas the Vedas always proclaim that Prarabdha karma, you cannot do anything about it. So Prarabdha does not exist because the body, etc. are unreal. Just as a dream is not there on waking. Yatha swapna prabodhataha. Now this is in a way where we have to understand the depth of what the Shloka is telling us over here. It's a very deep Shloka, in fact, if you go to see. Now, what are we getting to understand here? If you recollect right from the beginning, what does Vedanta claim? Vedanta claims Atyantika Dukkha Nivrutti Paramananda Prapti. Now, this is right from the beginning, we have heard this several times. Atyantika means extreme dukkha, nivrutti, cessation. It will go away. And what will be the result of this? Paramananda Prapti. After the cessation of all the extreme dukkha what one has, a realized one will experience Paramananda, meaning the bliss in life. Now, this is exactly in correlation to what Bhagavan Shankara is saying. How do we understand it and how do we correlate it? That is what we need to get over here. Now we are dreaming. Okay. As soon as we get up from our dream, we had a body over there, we had a family, we were in a house, we were in a particular place, and we had situations in the dream. Now, does all that seem a reality to you? Ask a question. Now, this needs a lot of introspection. If you have to understand this, you need to ask this question again and again to yourself. And I'll tell you, you will one day, you will emphatically, without any doubt, you will say, yes, this is false. Just like now you say that a dream is false. I don't bother what has happened in the dream. It's false. So in the same way, now what is happening over here? Just as the dream body is false to a person who is awake, he goes to the next level. From the state of awake, being awake, he becomes awakened. Awakened means what? He goes to the next level, which is the stage of self-realization. The moment he goes from the state of being awake, with this knowledge, what he gains, driving away the ignorance, he realizes that my true self is that Atma. Then, as he discarded the body of a dream, in the same way he discards the body of the waking state. So now, he has withdrawn from the equipments of the BMI. BMI means body, mind, intellect. They are no longer with him. Just like you have given up the body, mind, intellect of the dream, in the waking state as well, you have given up the BMI, body, mind, intellect. And hence, when you have given up the dream body, as the dream aspects do not affect you anymore, in the same way, with that truth, he knows that I am the Atman. I'll give another example. There is an actor. He is on the stage of, he is performing his drama on a stage. Now let's say he is a criminal over there. He has committed murder, he has committed rape, he has committed several other things which are against the law. Now the police are after him. Okay? The drama gets over. He comes to his green room and he removes his dress, whatever he had worn for the particular drama. Now what he says is, I am an actor. And what was he doing on the stage? That was my role. So the role is the Jiva and the actor is the Atma. Just like Atma, the actor keeps changing his roles. He might have assigned to so many films or ads or dramas. He'll go on changing roles. But does the actor change in his true self? No. Atma can take the shape of any body, but it remains unchanged. It will only remove the attire. Removing the attire means giving up the body. So now if the police come in the green room and if they say, oh, you are under arrest, he says, where is that person? He's gone already. He was there only up to the stage. The moment he came out of the stage, he is no more there. Now who is there? It is the Atman which is there, and Atman has not done anything. So in this way one has to understand. Now what is this Prarabdha? It is destiny. And how does that? Now these are all logic which we are talking. Okay, Prarabdha is, we understand it is destiny. How do we get destiny? Based on our past action. So every moment we are doing actions we have done in the past, not in one life, but in millions and millions of life, all the cumulative effect of all the actions, they come to us, they are accumulated as sanchita, and a portion of that sanchita comes to us as prarabdha. Okay. Now this prarabdha, to create an impact on you, what does it do? It is carried in the Karana Sharira, all your vasanas, tendencies. Now if you are a pious person, you will have the same pious qualities. You have carried it from your past births. It is not just that it has all happened right here. You may have your own spouse, you may have your own siblings, your very close friends who may not be interested in spirituality. And they may be going to temples, they may be doing puja and all this. Why? They are only asking, I want this, I want this, I want this. But without asking anything, I want you, O Lord. That is the highest level of vasana what one can have. So these past actions now come to our current life as vasanas. And what do these vasanas do? If you see, they have an impact in terms of giving us thoughts from time to time. You do not know where these thoughts are coming from. Suddenly you get a thought. A good thought, a bad thought, a happy thought, a sad thought. All these thoughts come based on your vasanas, and those thoughts eventually become your words, and those words become your actions. Sometimes right from the thought, without talking about it, you can go into action also. So what is happening here? This particular jiva, to fulfill the vasanas created in the past, and now based on whatever vasanas you have created in the past, you will get a right kind of a body, a right kind of a situation in life, and the right kind of people also to make you perform those kind of actions according to your vasanas. So now when these past actions, they affect us, which based on our causal body, now what happens is we are constantly in a play of action. Now what this particular shloka is trying to indicate is a man of realization. What has he done? Just as you understood that the moment a person who was in a dream has woken up, he has given up the dream body. So the moment the person who in the waking state has realized his true self, has given up the body of the waking state, which means the causal body of the waking state is completely transcended. So his vasanas do not have an impact on that person. And when the vasanas are not there, the purpose of vasanas are to meet the requirement of Prarabdha. Now why do you eat? Because you have got hunger. If you are not hungry, do you eat? You will say, no, I don't want, I don't feel like eating. So in the same way, these vasanas are only trying to ensure that the Prarabdha is accomplished. Now this person has given up the body, and when the causal body is gone, body meaning he has given up at the root level, the Sukshma Sharira and the Karana Sharira. He knows that I am not this person. He has transcended the mind, he has transcended his causal body as well. So when he has transcended the body itself, just like a normal person has transcended a dream body, in the same way realized soul has transcended the waking body. So hence there is no Prarabdha for a man of realization. This is what Bhagavan Shankaracharya, he claims over here. Then why is it that the Upanishads and all the other Shrutis are talking about it? That Prarabdha karma is there for everybody. It is because they are ignorant. And they see that the realized ones are going through various kinds of joys and sorrows. Some lead a luxurious life and some lead a very meagersome life. Some lead a moderate life. And they go through all the ups and downs of life. So they say, how is it that he is leading a luxurious life? Because of his Prarabdha karma. How is it that the other person is suffering so much? Why did he get all these acute diseases? Because of his Prarabdha karma. So just to make sense to the ignorant people, because the body is already there, it is born. During the course of leading this life, now with its punya and the Ishvara Krupa, it has got the knowledge, it has assimilated the knowledge, it has established this knowledge within oneself and realized. So what happens now here? Once he has transcended the bodies, the subtle body and the causal body, there is no Prarabdha. This is how it makes sense to us. Now there can be a question. So what happens to the present life of the realized soul? It is there, now my life is still going on. What happens at that point? Now here what they talk about is, they give an example. Like a hunter. What does a hunter do now? He sees a tiger at a distance. And he says, now I must shoot at the tiger. He takes his bow and arrow and he shoots at the tiger. As he shoots at the tiger, he realizes now his arrow has already left the bow. And there he comes to know, my God, it is not a tiger but a cow. Can he call back the arrow? This is a very subtle point. He cannot at any point, he might have made a mistake, but he cannot call back that arrow. So the arrow will go straight and hit the target, unless and until the target for some reason moves. So in this way now what they try to say is, it is whatever is coming to this person will come. Good, bad, happy, sad, all that will come. But the person is not there in the body, and hence he will not feel anything whatever happens to that body. It may be getting so many good things, joyous things, not elated. It may be getting to experience so many miserable things, not drowned. This is what he has transcended. You keep this in mind. This person has transcended from the body. Because from the Jiva Bhava, body, mind, intellect, he has moved to the Atma Bhava. Say for example, you are in a particular house on so and so street in so and so place. Now, suddenly what happens is, one night your friends, your neighbors over there, they see that the house catches fire. Massive fire. Now, somebody who is there and who is not knowing you, even though they are neighbors, they are not knowing you, they will say, my God, these people were there and they're finished now. But in the meantime, if you had by chance moved your house to some other locality, what happens? Nothing will happen to you. The house is burnt. Just like a body is burnt, but the characters in that house, the subtle character is your mind, your intellect, your ego, your memory, and the Karana Sharira. Now that is when the person has moved out, just like nothing will happen to them, although there is fire over there. In the same way now, we have to understand that in a person of realization, although he is in this body, but he is looking at the body as a witness. See, this is worth mentioning again. One morning, Sri Ramakrishna was, after his chores, he was sitting down there, and then Hari Maharaj, who was attending to him, he comes there, and then he says, in the usual course, he says, he asks, is it paining, Maharaj? He says, yes. But then Hari Maharaj says, but I see you are in bliss. So then Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he says, you rascal, you caught me out. Meaning what? You know that externally I am expressing there is pain, but internally I am in bliss. See, I had also mentioned about there are three I's. I meaning the aham, ego. For a normal person in the world who transacts in the world, he says, I am coming tomorrow, or I won't be coming tomorrow, I will give you tomorrow, or I will see you tomorrow. All this I when we use, he knows that yes, I means this person. But to a realized person, he has got two eyes. One small eye and one a big eye. What is that small eye? Just like the common person uses, for the sake of transaction, he uses the eye, the Vyavaharika eye. But he immediately after the transaction, he moves to the bigger eye, which is that Supreme Self. So he keeps moving back and forth, back and forth. He has to transact and he says I, but that doesn't mean to say that he is egoistic. He always says, I did this, I went there. He has to use for the sake of knowledge and language. So in this way, Sri Ramakrishna, he says, yes, I am in bliss. The same person said, yes, I am in pain. And who said I am in bliss? The same person said. To a person who is seeing from outside, yes, how come he is saying both? But he carries two eyes. One is Vyavaharika at the level of the body, at the level of the jiva. Now that is saying I am in pain, but internally, although he is observing that body which is in pain because of the prarabdha karma, but he has transcended. This is how we have to understand. Meaning this is a possibility, and this is what we should achieve to, we should strive to achieve. Move in that direction. And how can this happen? Again and again, do all your actions being in awareness. Even if you write this 1,000 times, it doesn't matter. I am the one doing everything, being in awareness. Not as this person. I'm talking to somebody, I'm laughing, I'm cracking a joke, I'm getting angry. All that is staying in awareness. I am doing all these actions. So, this is what we need to get clarity. So, like that hunter, now he may pity, he may say, oh my God, what is this? What a mistake I made. I thought it was a tiger, and I saw it. Finally, I had to hit a cow. Now, in the same way, how they feel sorry for what they have done. In the same way, this realized master, from the standpoint of being in the witness, he looks at all the problems which are happening in his life. Just like you look at somebody and say, "Arey, this shouldn't have happened to you. I'm so sorry." As we say, I'm happy for you, I'm sad for you. Who is saying to whom? The big eye is saying to the small eye. That's all. Because the life has to go on. I'll give another example. Say if you are working for a company A, let's say. Now, at some point you left the company and you took up some other job. And in a few weeks, you saw that your company where you were earlier working became bankrupt. And all the employees are dismissed. No salaries. Sudden collapse. Assets are on auction. All around in media banging that this company, such a big company, it went to dogs. Now, all the other, your earlier colleagues, they're feeling so sad, so bad about everything. But now you're only watching. In the news you're watching, when anybody tells you you're watching, you're not affected. Why? Because you're moved out from the company. In the same way, this person has moved out from the jiva bhava. He has left that body. You don't have to leave that body, means you don't have to go somewhere. You have to realize. Just like you realize, I think I have put on weight. That is realization. I put on weight. I think my skin is tanned. That is realization. So in the same way, I have realized that I am not this jiva, but I am the Atman. That which is giving life to this body, my true self is that, but not this person per se. So this way, how to get this is, you write it down again and again, or while you are acting, you have to always think that, what if my breath stops here? And we have seen, this is no shocker to anybody, we have seen suddenly people collapse and die. Now this is a great reckoning actually. Olden days, this was something which was not to be seen, but nowadays, especially after the COVID and the vaccination, we don't know, people just collapse and they are gone. In fact, this is something which, to corroborate what I'm saying, this happened 1st of January. You can call it as midnight of 31st of 23. And as per the calendar, yes, it has come into the first. One of my friend's neighbor, she is, I think, in her mid 40s or something like that. and she has two daughters, and one daughter is in studying MBBS. And that night, being the 31st night, they were all partying at home. A traditional South Indian family. And husband is there, daughters are there, her parents are there, and her in-laws are also there. Some very good friends are there. Now she is sitting on a swing, okay, and she is swinging. And somebody cracked a joke and she was laughing. Oh, she was laughing to her guts. And suddenly she collapsed and fell down dead. So what I'm saying is not something which is unheard or which is unthinkable. No, anything can happen. So if you imagine, what at this point if my breath stops? What will be the state of this? It is nothing but a body. Your Sukshma and Karana Sharira, they go on their journey ahead. Body drops over here. And what do these Sukshma and Karana Sharira do? Now whatever vasanas you have created, you have so many wishes in life. You have a Sanchita Karma, you have vasanas accumulated, you do not know what the Atma is. See, that ignorance. And you want to still do so many things. So the Lord says, good. Now you don't want to come to me, fine, I give you the liberty. And He says, I will give you another body based on your past karmas and your vasanas. And you will get a body accordingly. So here in this scenario, what we have to think is, you have to primarily come out of this Jiva Bhava. That should be the goal of our life. I am not this person. How many times if you keep telling, change the wiring in your brain. And when do you realize? Don't do anything. If you want to sleep, what do? You put your head to the pillow, you comfortably lie down, and then if you say, I have to sleep, I have to sleep, I have to sleep, you'll never sleep. You have to stop thinking about I want to sleep. Just rest. And at some point you'll go to sleep. In the same way, having assimilated this knowledge, rewired your brain so many times, again and again you have said, at some point you have to go into silence without asking anything, without pointing it to anything. As before going to sleep, am I sleeping? Am I sleeping? No. Is this the ultimate state? Is this consciousness? Na idam chaitanyam. Na idam means if you say this, it is not Chaitanya. So there is nothing to be asked. Chummairo, as Sri Ramana Maharshi said, stay silent. So transcending from the Deha Bhava, what happens is one is able to understand that even though he is living, nothing affects him. Neither the good, nor the bad, nor the joy, nor the sorrow, nor the suffering, nor the happiness. To a person around, yes, everything is happening to him, but he has transcended. So this is what this particular shloka is talking about. Transcend from the Jiva Bhava to the Atma Bhava. Just as the actor goes to the green room, he removes his costume, meaning what? He has come out of that role. Now who is he? He is an actor. An actor means Atma. And the role he was playing is the Jiva. As far as he is playing the role, he puts on the costume. So as far as you are in this Jiva Bhava, you put on the costume of this body, this subtle mind, and the vasanas prompting you again and again. And as a result of all this, you will be experiencing the joys and sorrows of life. Transcend. And there is no Prarabdha. Come, let's move to the next shloka and understand again. He is making his point. He says, I will tell you, not in one way, I'll tell you, listen, listen, that way. We'll see what now Shloka 92 says. कर्म जन्मान्तरकृतं प्रारब्धम् इति कीर्तितं तत्तु जन्मान्तराभावात् पुंसा न एव अस्ति कर्हचित् तत्तु जन्मान्तराभावात् पुंसः न एव अस्ति karhichit. That karma which is done in the previous life is known as prarabdha, which we understand, and as a result of this, which produces the present life. But such karma cannot take the place of prarabdha for a man of knowledge, as he has no other birth. What is this meaning, inner meaning of this? That we will understand. I'll first break this, as I told you, into word wise, and we understand it better. Now, karma, action, janmantara kritam, done in the previous birth. Prarabdham, meaning that prarabdha has begun. Iti kirtitam, thus it is said. So whatever actions we have done in the previous birth, they come back to us as prarabdha. This is what is said. Tatto, but however, janmantara abhavat, due to the absence of another birth, pumso, for the person whom you are talking of, this person in question, this realized person, in this birth he has understood what is Jiva, what is Ishvara, what is Jagat, and what is Paramatma. He has understood. Pumso, for such a person, na eva asti karhachita, does not exist at all. So meaning, prarabdha is defined as karma done in the previous birth, but for the one who has no other birth, it does not exist at all. Karma janmantara kritam prarabdham iti kirtitam tattu janmantara bhavat pumso naivashti karhachita. So, in the 90th verse, prarabdha still remains after knowledge. 91, dehadinam asatyatvat yatha swapna prabodhayaha. He gives that reason. He says, now this person, he has transcended the body. Just like a waker has transcended the dream body, now this awakened person, the realized person, has transcended the waking state body. And now here in verse 92, he gives a clincher. Clincher means something which a fact or an argument or an event mentions something that settles a matter conclusively. This is the dictionary meaning. Give anything, tell me anything, but I want conviction. I want to conclude this. I don't want doubts. So here the commentary says that Bhagavan Shankara gives a clincher here. He says, now look into this. Understand this. So what is he trying to say? We'll get to this now. He says, now any action you do, it need not be of the past birth only. See, this is the point you have to make, He says that karma janmantara kritam, meaning what has been done in the past. Yes, it comes as a result in the current life. But need not be that only the past action should come in the current life. Say for example, I touch fire, I'll immediately burn my hand. Touching fire is an action I am doing, and that touching fire does have a impact, and that is a result which we call with the Prarabdha. Okay, now that doesn't mean that okay, I will get it sometime later. Immediately it will burn my hand. So that feeling of that burning sensation is not because of the Purva Janmantara Krita Karma Phala, no, but it is the result of what I have done right now. For example, if I go and touch a live wire, electricity wire, and I think, whatever action I do, it does not come right now, it comes in my next birth, then I'm wrong. Immediately I will get a shock of my life. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya makes it clear that yes, from your Sanchita karma, there is a certain portion of your results of the current life, but there are some which mature immediately. So some actions mature over a period of time, slowly, gradually, but some are there which mature instantly. So the result that accrues of the actions done in the past, that is known as Prarabdham. So a realized one, here what has he done? There is no past for him. He has transcended from what? Desha Kala Vastu. That is true realization. You are not in your Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira. Then you are not in waking, dream or deep sleep. You are neither in Tamas, nor in Rajas, nor in Sattva. You are not in Desha, not in Kala, not in Vastu. All this, that is the definition of the true self. He has transcended. So when he has transcended time itself, see the point he is making, a very subtle point, but yes, all the three states, waking, dreaming and deep sleep, conscious is not in these three states. All these three states are in consciousness. Now my Stula Sharira is not that consciousness is in my Stula Sharira. This Stula Sharira is operating in consciousness. Same way the Sukshma Sharira is operating in consciousness, and the Karana Sharira also is operating in consciousness. Consciousness can stay by itself without the Stula Sharira, without the Sukshma and the Karana Sharira, without the waking state, without the dream state and without the deep sleep state. But all these three cannot stay without consciousness. Consciousness, it's not that there is time, place and object. In all these three, it's not that there is consciousness. Consciousness there is there in space. No, space is in consciousness. It's not that consciousness is in time. No, time is in consciousness. It's not that all the objects, in all these objects consciousness is there. No, all these it's not that all these objects are in consciousness, but consciousness is in these objects. You have to reverse this. I again made a mistake. So reason is here, our total understanding of what we are trying to portray is completely wrong. Consciousness is without what we have understood to be there, which means here we are talking about time. And if Prarabdha is coming based on a particular action which I have done in the past, past means it is time, past, present and future. If this result is coming from the past and this person has transcended time, so there is no prarabdha. Now, a policeman goes to a particular house. With great difficulty has found out, oh, here is the criminal, and he goes and he wants to serve him the arrest warrant. And as soon as he goes there, he finds that that person is dead. Just that morning he is dead. What will he do? Person is there. He is able to see that person. The photograph matches exactly to that person. But he comes back saying the person is not there, meaning he is dead. So in the same way, this realized person, he is there in this body, but he has transcended this body. See what a deep meaning this has. So getting to understand, now this is indirectly telling us where your journey has to be. Somewhere if you are still there, if you are in the sphere of time, object or space, if you are there, you have not transcended. If you are talking of some guna in you, some thought of goodness, that is sattva. Some thought of dullness, that is tamas. Some thought of an action, that is rajas. So meaning you are in these three guna again. So you should neither be in the sattva, rajas, tamas, nor in the desha kala vastu, nor in the waking dream and deep sleep, and nor in the sthula sukshma karana sharira. One doesn't. Keep this in mind. You have to cross over. And for that, chummayru, just be silent at the level of your mind. So here, using this concept of the time, he says, these vasanas, prarabdha comes based on the past actions. He has transcended time, so prarabdha does not apply to him. And he is also not there. He has already transcended the sthula sukshma karana sharira. In this way, he makes us understand that prarabdha is not there for a man for a person who has realized himself. Okay, now let's go on to the next verse, 93. If you see, there would be some subtle differences, but you have to understand them. Carefully you have to understand. And if you go in depth and try to understand what the shloka is trying to tell you, it will also mean, in terms, it is showing an indication where we have to go. Okay? Verse 93. Swapna deha yatha adyastaha tataiva ayam hi dehakaha adyastasya kuta janma janma bhave hi tat kutaha. Just as a body in a dream is superimposed, so is also this body. This body meaning the waking body. How could there be any birth of the superimposed body? And in the absence of birth, where is the room for all that prarabdha? What a point. Now, what one can try to understand here is, you can look at, I'll go by the word by word. Swapna deha, meaning the body of a dreamer, yatha, just as, adyastaha, superimposed, tatha eva, so too, ayam, he, this verily, dehakaha, body of the waker. Adyastaha, of the superimposed, kutaha, where, janma bhave, in the absence of birth, he tat kutaha, indeed that prarabdha, where it is. Okay. So, see, he's trying to again give us an analogy over here and clear reasoning. What does it say? If the body isn't ultimately real, how can its supposedly or supposed karma be real? Now again take the dream example. Now in the dream, there is a dream body. And the dream body, when you get up, what do you see? That there was an illusory body on the dream, in the dream, on that person. Who is that person? You yourself. You have superimposed a dream body on yourself in a dream. In the same way now, after you get realized, what do you try to understand over here? Oh, this so-called waker body, what I am thinking, that is none other than the body. Now this is very important. This is nothing but a superimposed body. By whom? By consciousness. Meaning what? It is that, as we say in the Layasthiti, Lord Vishnu is dreaming. The whole world of actions is nothing but his dream. What are you talking? Didn't you create a world and didn't you dream of various characters in your dream? You just one Jiva. So the creator of such a large creation, you imagine what he must be dreaming. So how did we dream? How did we construct a dream? With our mind. And what was behind our mind? Consciousness. But the moment we get up, what did we say? It was my dream. And we ignored the dream. So here when you go to the next higher level and you stay in this knowledge that yes, it is that Supreme Chaitanya Shakti through this mind in the waking state. That's why I was telling you that it's not that we are conscious in the waking state, but this waking state is in that consciousness. So what is that? Hiranyagarbha, the super consciousness doing? It is dreaming through the minds of all the jivas. Because the ultimate truth is there is only one. And who is that one? That one person who is dreaming. In your dream you saw so many characters. You mean to say there were so many people there wherever you dreamt? No. There was only one person who was dreaming the whole drama over there. In the same way, what all is happening to us here? Throughout the waking state is all happening by the dream of that super consciousness through this waking state of ours. This is that knowledge. Once you get to understand, this is a clincher again, a fact, an argument, or an event that settles a matter conclusively. A man of realization again. So where? Just like the dream body has got no Prarabdha, in the same way this waking state also has got no Prarabdha. And we know from where this is happening. This is happening in the dream of that supreme reality. This physical body is just another dream, another projection caused by the vasanas. Where did these generate? You are the owner of these vasanas. Till the time you are in this waking state. But the moment you transcend the waking state, what you become? You become the supreme reality in whom all this is happening. Just like you saw the dream body in your dream, so once you transcend, you will start seeing the waking body in the dream of the Supreme. So this body is nothing but a superimposition on the Supreme Consciousness. Just like the dream body is a superimposition of the dreamer's mind, So this waking body is a superimposition of the Supreme Consciousness. So there is no Prarabdha, there is no Agami, there is no Sanchita, none of these. Forget about Prarabdha, none of these are there because you have lost your identity. You have no Sthula, Sukshma, Karana. So then where is this person? This person has merged in that Supreme Consciousness. And where is that Supreme Consciousness? Not easy to understand. You have to again be realized to understand. So everybody cannot understand that. So this is the arguments which the Bhagavan Shankaracharya is giving and saying, don't worry, transcend. One thing is guaranteed, you will not have any suffering. You will not have. Because you know who you are. And once you know who you truly are, you have transcended from that particular jiva. Suffering is to that jiva. Come out of that jiva. Okay. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Idam Namama. We'll do some meditation. Meditation is not happening since many a times these days. So we'll focus on meditation. So we'll take verse number 94. Now what is the cause of the universe? And again he ends this Prarabdha issue and he says, what is the cause? Just like ignorance is the cause. Here, just like mud is the cause for all the pots. So in the same way, ignorance is the cause for this world. He elaborates on this. We'll try to get that knowledge in the next discourse. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. We'll take the Namavali. (51) 483. Let's read the Shloka. Dharmakrit dharmi sadasatksharam aksharam avijñāta sahasramshur vidhāta kritalakshanaha. Sahasramshuhu, the 1,000-rayed, as the pure consciousness, he is effulgent. And in the Upanishads we read that even the sun, moon and stars gain their effulgence from him alone. In fact, the Upanishads conclude that all living creatures are resplendent after his effulgence alone. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. This is in Mundakopanishad. It is every star, every effulgent being is getting its effulgence from him and him alone. So we can say that it means Sri Narayana in the form of the sun illumines and nourishes the world of living creatures, because the name of the sun in Sanskrit is Sahasramshuhu. We generally call it as Surya Bhagavan. So in praising the Lord Sun, we usually sing to him as Surya Narayana or Surya Bhagavan. But Sahasramshuhu in the sun is known as Sahasramshu in Sanskrit. Vidhata, next one, 484. All supporter. As the final substratum for everything, the Lord supports the entire universe of living creatures and nobody supports him. He alone is his own support. The Lord is at once the material, instrumental and the efficient causes for the universe of forms. 485. Krita Lakshanaha, one who is famous because of 6 qualities such as glory, righteousness, fame, wealth, knowledge and detachment, which is called as Aishwaryam, Dharmaha, Yasascha Shrihi, Jnanam, Vairagyam. So, again, following the Puranic literature, Sri Narayana is the one who made on his own bosom the great mark of the feet of Maharshi Bhrigu. In fact, from the standpoint of pure Vedanta, the term indicates the ever-existing pure consciousness, which is the very goal which we call as Lakshana, to be ultimately achieved for liberation. Lakshana also means the scriptural textbooks, and therefore the term also can mean he who is the author, Krita, of the scriptures, Lakshana. Hence is called as Krita Lakshanaha. To such a divine, Supreme Almighty, we offer our humble salutations. From the next class, we'll do stanza number 52. Okay, now we chant the Dhanvantari mantra. Good health is very vital till the time we get realized. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalashahastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokya Nidaye Trailokya Pataye Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalashahastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokya Pataye Trailokya Nidaye Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalashahastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokya Pataye Trailokya Nidaye Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Our humble salutations to Lord Dhanvantari to give us the appropriate amount of health till we get this knowledge of self-realization. Om Tat Sat. Come. So today we'll do the Aparoksha Anubhuti Sadhana Dhyana, the Prashnottara, question and answer Dhyana. Yeah, all of you comfortably be seated. If you need to get up and sit down once again, please do that. Make yourself comfortable. Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Relax your body, entire body. Relax your forehead, your face, your neck, shoulders, upper body, and your lower body. Now this meditation would be moving from your Jiva Bhava to the Sakshi Bhava, which is the intermediate state, and from the Sakshi Bhava you move on to the Paramatma Tattva. Okay. Let's do 3 Brahmari Pranayam. In a relaxed mode, observe your breath, the free flowing breath going in and out of your nostrils. Observe your calm mind. Now the question, what is the witness? The witness is that which sees all things come and go. I'll give a gap in between so that this sinks in your mind. It itself does not come and go, but it is the changeless background in which all experiences arise and eventually set. The witness is not a person. It is the light in which everything is seen. It is the Chetana Shakti, the reflected consciousness, in which everything is experienced as a Jiva. Is the witness the same as the self? A question. Answer. The witness is a reflection of the self in the mind. No doubt, it is a step towards realization, but not the ultimate step. This is the intermediate step. So the self is beyond the witness. The Paramatma is beyond the witness. The self is pure awareness, beyond subject and object, and the experience Tripudi. Now question again. Can the witness observe itself? Answer. The witness can only observe what is other than itself. Example, your eyes. Your eyes cannot see your eyes, but they can see everything else. To know the witness as yourself is the end of the illusion. Question. Then how do I become the witness? You do not become the witness, meaning you are the witness already. Just that you have forgotten, that's all. You have thought yourself to be this jiva, this person in the glory of the I, aham. Pay attention. Keep observing your thoughts, your emotions, your body movements, your feelings, your perceptions. Watch all this as if it were happening to someone else. Now in ignorance, what are we doing? We are thinking that this is all happening to us. But shift. I am not this so-called person. I am the person who is observing this person. Slowly by doing this, the false self-identification, the so-called aham bhava, will drop naturally. Okay, a question. Tell me, what is the benefit of witnessing? What do I get out of this? Answer. The moment you become the witness, you break the spell of identification. You see things as they are, transient and superficial. It brings a sense of detachment, clarity, and peace in your life. You are no longer drowned in the experience. Okay. My next question is awareness, or you call it as consciousness, or you call it as Chaitanya. Is it beyond the witness? Answer, yes. The witness is still a form of consciousness, which is dualistic in nature, dependent on the mind. Now the transition happens. Understanding, preparing from the Sakshi Bhava, that is the witness, to the Shuddha Chaitanya. Stage 2. Question again. But awareness is beyond both the witness and the witnessed. Awareness is pure, timeless, and spaceless. This is what you are. Is it? Question. What is the difference between consciousness and awareness? Consciousness is always conscious of something. It is partial and subject to change. But awareness is total, changeless, silent, and still. Awareness is not an experience. But it is the background on which all experiences appear and disappear, just like the movie screen. Now we come to the stage 3. Question. What happens when the witness disappears? Before reaching awareness, you have consciousness. Then there is only awareness, pure and silent. This sense of separation ends. No one remains to say, I am aware. The Triputi is dissolved. There is just awareness. The Triputi is dissolved and there is just awareness. There is no knower, there is no known, and there is no knowledge. This is the pure self. This is that ultimate supreme reality. Question: can this awareness be described? Apparently no. It can be known only by becoming it. It has no attributes. You cannot see it, but without it, nothing can be seen or experienced. It is so close, it is closer than the mind, closer than the I am which we experience all along our life. This is your true nature. You are no more a witness. You are that pure awareness in which the witness with the help of the mind was happening. Outside the purview of the Triputi is that pure awareness. This is not in the Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti state. This is devoid of the Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira. This is outside the purview of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. And this awareness is transcended Desha, Kala, Vastu, space, time and causation. Become aware of your mind. Now you're coming back to the state of witness. You're witnessing your mind and the thoughts in your mind without being judgmental. Witness your prana. Become aware of your body, the surroundings. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. O Lord the Almighty, together we offer today's Jnana Agni at your lotus feet to seek your grace, mercy and blessings. Naham karta hari preranaya hari prityartam Shri Krishna arpanamastu idam namama. Om Tat Sat. May your grace be on all of us at all times. Good evening to all of you once again. I hope you all enjoyed the meditation. Maybe you can practice with this meditation which we have done. I think we did almost more than 20 minutes. You can pause it and take more time if you need and be established in that path. Thank you. Hari.
ज्ञानघन एवाहं विज्ञानघन एव च अकर्ताहम् अभोक्ताहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः निराधारस्वरूपोऽहम् सर्वाधारोऽहमेव च आप्तकामस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः तापत्रयविनिर्मुक्तः देहत्रयविलक्षणः अवस्थात्रयसाक्ष्यस्मि अहमेवाहमव्ययः दृग्दृश्यौ द्वौ पदार्थौ स्तः परविलक्षणो दृग्ब्रह्मदृश्यं मायेति सर्ववेदान्तडिण्डिमः अहं साक्षीति यो विद्यात् विविच्यैवं पुनः पुनः स एव मुक्तः स विद्वान् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः घटकुड्यादिकं सर्वं मृत्तिकामात्रमेव च तद्वद्ब्रह्म जगत्सर्वम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या जीवो ब्रह्मैव नापरः अनेन वेद्यं सच्छास्त्रम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः अन्तर्ज्योति बहिर्ज्योतिः प्रत्यग्ज्योतिः परात्परः ज्योतिज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योतिशिवोऽस्म्यहम् ज्योतिज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योतिशिवोऽस्म्यहम्